hand no problem.
Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. Get yourself a coffee. That's what we do here. According to the comments, what you guys do too. What does independence mean to me, and freedom and self-reliant, and why do I feel the need that maybe we should talk about that? Because for one thing, I've been around a few years and I've watched a bunch of things happen. I pay attention to the reloading stuff because to me, guns, bullets, and all that are kind of a forewarning of things to come. You know, if the market tightens up, well, stuff really tightens up in this room as far as primers and powder and bullets and all of that. Which that's not what this video is about, but what it is about, and what I mean is, we kind of drop the ball when there's a Republican president in office. Those of us that like this kind of stuff, those of us that like rifles, those of us that like pistols, and the ability to be able to carry and all of that, as well as other areas in our life. And that's where the self-reliant stuff comes into play. You know, we don't have to go back very far to remember the toilet paper shortage overnight, which none of us ever in our wildest dreams ever thought that there would ever be a toilet paper shortage in the country. You know, so we're all dealing with a full deck here and know what that feels like, because believe it or not, it's been 6 years since all that happened. But then when we had the last 4 years with Biden, and things really got tight and expensive. Primers, and I'm going to use this room for an example. Primers became not only 3 times the price, but you can't get them. That's the stuff I followed. The same thing with powder. Instead of powder costing $20 a pound, now it costs $50 and $60 a pound and $80 a pound. So even if you can get it. So what I mean by we dropped the ball. Well, right now is a good time to stock up. whether it's with your bullets or whether it's with your firearms, same deal there. I see firearm sales have slowed, which they always do. And that's kind of what triggered this video this morning. When there was a Republican president in office, we kind of dropped the ball. We let up on our stocking of the shelves. You know, and this covers the gamut. You know, this could cover everything from being self-reliant to pressure cooking. Not pressure cooking, but canning. You know, your canning jars, your canning lids, all of that kind of stuff. If you're down to your last 20, and we get another Democratic president in office, and they want to clean house this next time, we can't drop the ball. I'm not trying to make this a real political video, because I'm not. What I'm trying to do is don't drop the ball. You know, if you're following this channel because of you want to be self-reliant, you want to learn self-reliant skills, which to me, you cannot have enough skills they cannot take away from you. And that's what I try to drumbeat into my grandsons all the time. Learn new stuff. At least wet your whistle, So you got a little bit of an idea, and maybe you want to go down that road. You know, I've done that with them, with my grandsons up here in the reloading room. You know, if you want to, I want to wet their whistle. I don't know if they're going to pick it up, but I want to wet their whistle so that maybe down the road they can say, hey, I remember Papa. And he kept saying self-reliant, self-reliant. And skills they cannot take away from you. Because I got a feeling if what they, you know, let's go a little bit political here, you know. Oh boy. If this country goes the way they want it to go in New York and California, where everything's equal, and you don't have to work anymore, and everything's gonna grow up to be flowery and all of that, we've got a rough road to hoe ahead of us. People my age and older, well, we ain't gonna be around to see it. But you young people, you could be in for a world of sticker shock if we keep going the way we're going. So I know I wasn't going to go political here, but it scares the bejeepers out of me to think about what they got plans for down the road. So stock up, stock up, stock up. Don't drop the ball while the Republican is in office. Don't drop the ball don't drop the ball next time around when it's time to vote. It's the same thing in this state right now. We're finally getting rid of the god-awful governor that this state has had for the last 8 years. Why they voted her in for a second term, I'll never know. I can't believe how some people vote just because they hand you a couple of bucks out of the coffers. Boy, oh boy, this I don't know. I'm just saying, don't lose track of the ball. There's so many things that are changing, and not for the good. Outboard motors are changing, and not for the good. I started collecting outboard motors 25 years ago. And it's finally has hit. You know, you couldn't kill an outboard motor that was produced during the 80s. I got 3 of them down in the basement. They've never been to the shop. They run and run and run and run and run. Outboard motors have changed from what I'm seeing and learning. Same thing with the snowmobiles. You know, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I do know this. They're making it so that you cannot work on them in your backyard. They're making them so you cannot adjust the carburetor on them in your backyard. They did that with chainsaws a long time ago. Chainsaws used to have a high and a low speed jet on them that you could get in there and adjust them and adjust your adjust how the motor ran. You could do it right out on the water. Motor running a little rough, that was with the outboards. Motor running a little rough, there was a knob right there that you could turn on the front of your motor, you know, for high speed and low speed. That stuff had vanished a long time ago. Those were great options on a outboard motor. And the same thing with chainsaws. You're cutting in the woods, and you adjust the chainsaw and make it run a lot better. They're taking all of that away from us, one piece at a time. And that kind of goes back to what I'm saying in this video. Collect some of that stuff. Collect a snowmobile. I mean, yeah, a snowmobile back a few years. Because you're still going to get the old snowmobile motor. And the same thing with outboards. Collect some of them older outboards. Because you can work on them. Doesn't have to go to the dealership to be worked on. The same thing with cars. I guess from 26 on, it's going to be quite a mess when it comes to working on your own vehicle. I've heard some horror stories already, and that's the kind of stuff that they got in plans for this country down the road. So it's going to affect each and every one of us as far as being self-reliant. And some of these older technologies and some of these older motors are going to keep you going. Whether it's a snowmobile or an old tractor, it's going to be something that you can work on. My John Deere tractor is back in the years when you could still work on it. Different stuff like that. You know, you can pop the hood up and do a lot of no computers on it. No computers in that tractor at all. Same thing with my outboards. We don't want them computer driven. Computer driven means you're screwed. Computer driven means if something goes wrong, it's going to be a big repair bill and you're not going to be able to fix it yourself. Which in my world, that's a crazy thought. Because I've been 10 miles up a lake before with an outboard that needed tinkering on. Or number one, my fishing trip would have been over. And number two, I had a lot of gear in there. It was me and a kid. You know, my younger cousin, you know, we're 10 miles, more than 10 miles from the pickup truck with a big campsite full of stuff because we were there for 10 days trout fishing. And if you can't work on your motor while you're in there trout fishing, your trip is over and you're done. Because it was an older outboard, I could bring the outboard up on the picnic table. I pulled the carburetor off it, I cleaned the carburetor, put the carburetor back on, and then we finished out our fishing trip. If they take that away from you, what a nightmare that would have been. It's not like there's another boat out there that can drag you back to the pickup truck. You know, same thing with your vehicles. Man, I've been 50, 60, 70 miles, 100 miles back in before. Years ago when there wasn't any cell phones, there wasn't any cell phone service. Can you imagine breaking down with your pickup in there? What a nightmare that would be to get yourself out of the woods and then go back in and get your vehicle out of the woods. They're not looking out for you anymore. So I'm going to wrap this video up here now, but put some thought into right now. While you've got this open window of a Republican president, put some thought into your self-reliance and your storage of certain things that you definitely will help you when the crap hits the fan. And that's going to be, if the Democrats get a hold of that office again, the crap will hit the fan. The crap will hit the fan. But anyways, I know, beating the drum. You guys have a great week, and I will see you next week.